100 yards.
Welcome to the realm of the Dakota Sportsmen. A band of brothers spread throughout the Dakota territories whose passion is the outdoors.
One guy on the other side. Up in that dead stuff up there.
Dakota Sportsmen TV. Brought to you by Dakota Phones Incorporated, where old school and innovation meet.
Now Sturgis sports a new gun shop. Look for the 44 Magnum out front.
Hey guys, we're topping off the tank here. We're on our way to Big Sky Country out in the middle of Montana. We're going to be filming some disabled veterans for 5 days out there on an elk hunt, antelope, and mule deer hunt. This is the one I was telling you about, guys. This is going to be quite a deal.
A little bit rainy today. I've been through a little bit of snow. The week looks like it might be a little damp here and there, but you know, it's about these guys, so we'll all be good.
Hey, Charlie.
How you doing? I'm Joe.
Joe, it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Phil.
Hey, you guys are not bad yourself. Give me the thing out.
Well, we offer a blizzard to everybody that comes.
At least you can't blame it on us. It was perfect in Florida when we left. So.
What is Operation Second Chance? Operation Second Chance is a volunteer organization looking at wounded veterans, started about 10, 11 years ago by Cindy McGrew at a Walter Reed Army Medical Center. She was focused on soldiers in the hospital, their needs, helping parents and folks get to the hospital. And over the last 10, 11 years, it's really grown and migrated to the point where we're doing a lot of things that I'm involved with, and that's the retreat business. About 8 years ago, we decided that we needed to bring some of those veterans and their families out of the hospitals and get them to Montana, Colorado, wherever, and let them get away and relax, heal, get into the wilderness. Nothing like the wilderness to heal. When you get a young man and he's enjoyed the outdoors, he's hunted, and all of a sudden he loses 2 legs and he thinks, well, that part of my life may be over with. And now we're bringing them out and showing them that, you know, that's not the case. We can get them out, they can hunt.
After we picked up the guys at the airport, we took them out to the range to go ahead and let them get familiar with the weapons they're going to be using for the next 5 days. When we were done, we went to the grocery store and just let the 3 guys have their way and get whatever they wanted. We got up at dark 30 and got out to the camp.
Morning. How are you? Good, good. All right. Out on the ground? Yeah.
We hadn't any more than got started hunting when Mark, Marcus, and Charlie came across 3 antelope, 200 yards out in the field. Bad part about it is there was one up at the head of the draw that was by himself. Trying to be a little stealthy here so we don't get busted. We got busted.
You coming? It worked out for me.
We just got busted by some antelope up there. 10 power binoculars for eyes, and they caught us. So.
We hadn't driven a half a mile after the antelope when we came across a mule deer out at about 850 yards out in an alfalfa patch.
He's going right after that one.
He's not terribly wide. Like I said, I think he's
looked nice, but no way to get him without getting
busted.
busted.
I'd guess him at.
Well, remember where this fella is.
He's definitely worth a closer look at.
The roads were so wet and sloppy from the snow last night that we went back to the ranch and picked up a side-by-side. We took the back road out of the ranch and went up northeast. Hadn't gone very far, we came across some goats at about 1,000 yards.
So I'm going to stop right up here about 100 feet in front of us.
Decided to see if we could do a sneak on these guys. Between Mark carrying Charlie and us low crawling, we low crawled for over 500 yards to get to a point that we could go ahead and get another look at them.
So just try to move your arms around. I'm blurry, so just take your time.
We just can't get any closer. We still have 500 yards. Not a good shot.
They're saying there's two groups of antelope straight ahead of us. One group's about 500 yards. The other's a little further, but neither one of them are easy to get to without being seen. So they're trying to figure out a good route to take, sneak up on them.
We decided to back out, slide down the hill in the mud, and go down into this old creek bottom and see if we couldn't work our way up out of sight to get within 200-300 yards of these goats. Got up there and realized we had a good shot at 250 yards. So they aligned Charlie out. Charlie took the shot.
Nice work.
That's
Team right there. Prongs, but he had lots of length and was good.
We're about to find out.
Yeah. I don't think there's gonna be any ground shrinkage.
Oh, nice work.
Look at that. He's super heavy at the
Pretty
top
boy.
too. That's a hell of a goat there, man.
Nice. Yeah, guys.
Hey everybody, come back after the break because this just keeps getting better and better as we get deeper into this show. Hey everybody, welcome back. Before we get going with this segment here, there's something I need to tell you about. In the show where we had the banquet, you met the retired Command Sergeant Major Herco, the dog. Well, he was 14 years old and they had to have him put to sleep because he was just getting too far gone. So it's sad, but he had a good life. And we're just going to do a moment of silence here for Herco in honor of his memory. Thanks everybody. Now let's go on with the show.
One goat down. Now we're looking for old Muley. We're gonna find him.
We drove around for the rest of the afternoon and did see quite a few mule deer. Then on the way back to the camp at night, Marcus picks up this old white-faced dude right alongside the road. When the guys went up to see what happened, they found a rock in between Charlie and the deer and he hit the rock. Looks like they should have had the cameraman's view here on this shot.
I didn't even hear a gunshot today. Probably because we were coming out on the road there, that property that's on the left.
We got up at dark 30 this morning and Charlie decided he was going to make sandwiches for everybody. Me carrying the camera, I'm in the four-wheeler behind Luke and Joe. Man, he was on a mission this morning. He was hard to keep up with. All of a sudden he pulled sideways in the middle of the road and here comes his mule deer running across the road with a bunch of doe.
You shoot him? Don't shoot him running. See those snow patches? Yep. Right there, right above them.
Down. Good shot.
That's a stud.
That's a long shot, too.
440. Way to go, man.
Thanks, guys.
That
feels good.
nice to have a shooter in the truck.
Oh, yeah. Very nice. Man, he's beautiful.
Beautiful deer.
Great forks on his front.
Good job, one shot.
Nice shot. That's excellent. So he was quartering away. So.
Yeah, so it would have been right. Like that.
But that's perfect. High lung.
Turn his head a little bit to the side.
Which way? This way?
Yeah, that way. Heck of a nice shot, clean kill. And we're going to go farther up the valley here and look for an antelope pronghorn, and hopefully a cow elk for him.
And we'll be good to go.
Other than that, if we don't get anything, it's been great already, and it's just early in the morning.
We're going to switch to another buggy here where Ryan is guiding Kyle.
The hunting camp came around a turn over a hill, saw some antelope on the left side of the road, and turned around. They ran into a draw. As they were coming up the draw, we got a shot off on them and got a buck down for an antelope buck down.
Kyle already got his mule deer off camera, so he's looking for both antelope and elk. Stick around after the break for more action like this as we conclude day 2. Welcome back to Dakota Sportsman TV. If you remember before the break, Joe just got his mule deer. He still needs his antelope and his elk.
I shot that bullet right there.
As you can see, Lucas is still a wild man. He doesn't let any grass grow under his feet as he's going through here. They hunted all day yesterday to try to get a mule deer or something and never even saw one.
Just a baby.
Now, all we're seeing after we get this down is mule deer everywhere.
It's just about even with his ears.
Shoot. We're in the group shooting here.
He's just...
Where did they see that big one yesterday?
The elk are hiding. I don't know where they're at. We'll find them.
We got down into the bottom by these corrals and decided to go ahead and stop for our sandwich. It was about noon. After this, we drove all the way to the southwest corner of this land here without seeing any antelope or elk.
All right, we got the mule deer. Didn't find any elk, so now we're moving on to the goats. How far?
They're all pretty small, aren't they?
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. It's going to shoot something.
1,000 yards. We can shoot them. We can hit them. It wouldn't even be a challenge.
Why not? Let's. It's. We missed. So what?
Beauty of an animal.
We decided to stay back with our rig and go ahead and let Lucas and Joe go ahead and see if they could get close enough to these goats to go ahead and get a shot.
Oh, there they are. There's another buck right to the right of him. They might be able to get a shot if they get up on that. Oh, they're starting to run now. God, they're standing. Come on, boys, shoot.
I think he's getting ready.
I mean, they're standing at less than 300. Oh, if he hit them.
Thought I heard a pock.
Red OC.
Yeah,
Was
I
he
was looking
standing?
I was looking through the scope, and there was a buck on the other side, so I shot it.
Smart.
And now he's dead.
These 3 veterans were a joy to work with. A lot of veterans in their situation would have their glass half empty. These guys, their glass is half full.
Not growing back, that's from fighting.
All right, antelope down, 1 to go, and that's being elk calf or cow. So, Luke, on to the next one.
Good meat for the family.
Oh yeah.
Look at this. We get a goat, probably 11, 12 inches, come over the next rise and look at this beauty. Wouldn't you know it? We came across the cow elk on Lucas's side at about 300 yards, but we couldn't get the rig turned fast enough for Joe to get lined out on him, and the cow disappeared. On the way back to the ranch for the evening, we came across this big old mule deer buck hanging around in this meadow.
He's got mass and height.
Now we're going to switch to Kyle, Marty, and Ryan as they try to finish out Kyle on his elk.
Here. Took us, what, 15, 20 minutes? Crawled about, what, 100 yards or so. Kind of posted up behind a tree where these were all bedded down about 200 yards away. And took a shot. Hit her, they ran. We bedded down and we bumped her to about 780 yards. Took a shot and she fell 75 yards from where
Side by side near the track that.
So about 75 yards from where we shot her at, she fell. That was definitely the best way to end it. That whole walk, the climb.
This finishes Kyle, and he's still got 2 days here.
All the guides and the soldiers. We got a lot of meat on the table, right? Thanks to these guys.
Down there, if you're the first kind of person, so. There's pulled pork, there's brisket, there's all the sides, so.
Hey, did you sleep all right?
Yeah.
Like a baby, like a rock. I didn't know a muscle until 4 o'clock this morning. It felt so good.
That's good.
Hey everybody, welcome back for day 3. What we're going to do here while the elk hunters are out right now, we're going to go ahead and take Kyle on a coyote hunt out here. So Marty got himself all geared up, got the gear all checked out. We're going to go out and see if we can't get on a coyote set, see if we can't bring anything in.
I found my binoculars. That's a good day. This is the best kept secret in all of coyote hunting, is putting tape over the end of your barrel. But I don't have tape, so I'm going to use some survey. Early morning here, mid-morning, and traveling in here, saw a couple sets of coyote tracks crisscrossing. Made a setup. Didn't seem to have any luck on this first setup here. Long story short, first set's a bust, and we're gonna move on and try and make this thing happen. So off to set 2.
We never did get on another coyote set. We ran into the elk hunters coming back out on the same road that we were going in on. They said there was nothing going on. They didn't see anything at all in there, so we decided to go back to base camp and regroup. Now the way the plan worked after this is Lucas was going to take Joe out to finish off on his elk, and Marty, Kyle, and I were going to follow in the side-by-side. I'm sorry guys, I didn't get a lot of footage on this because I'm in the middle looking through a muddy windshield with the camera, so we go from a flat tire to the elk. Enjoy.
Drilled him.
Did she go around?
She went back behind them trees.
She went straight. She was just going around to the right.
Well, they were right here.
Yeah.
They were standing right here.
They came down. We spooked them right at
All the elk are right here when we came in.
Probably at the very bottom, right? We might be getting packs on that one.
Yeah.
I get some fun to
around
come
come
off that hill and maybe track.
Go down from there.
We can find a spot. Oh yeah.
We got an hour to win it.
Just drops right there into that saddle.
Woo! Got her!
Boomer.
That's a big cow.
Perfect shot.
Ooh, she is big. Oh my God. You gotta take a selfie with her too.
3 bullets, 3 animals.
It all comes to work.
Well, that was easy. Should get a bigger one next time, Joe.
Hey everybody, this is the last show of the season. I hope you liked our episodes this year. Like us on Facebook and follow us, okay? See you next year.